So, I told you it was called Borderlines. Can you read that aloud for us? Can you read what the title is?
You bring the distant near.
Perfect. Now that title, so there's a lot of the poet Rabindranath Tagore is a Bengali poet who's written thousands and thousands of poems. The Bengali daughter-in-law is nodding her head. So she, not my daughter-in-law, I wish, that would be great. But anyway, so he was a Nobel laureate, he's written tons and tons of poems, and so my editor had never heard of him. So when she was reading the story, there's some excerpts of his poetry. It's very devotional poetry. It's very much, most of it's written to God. And she was reading it one weekend, and she texted me, and she said, I have the title for your book. I have the title for your book, and I said, oh, okay. Because we've been throwing around a lot of I'm not very good at titles. That's not my thing. I'm not good at them. So we've been throwing titles around, and then she said, it's going to be called You Bring the Distant Near. And my jaw dropped. Because when Rob and I were married, and now it's been 31 years, so if you need any marriage tips, I'm available. We've weathered the storms. But we were married. Rob was the first foreign, non-Bengali. In Bengali culture, there are Bengalis and non-Bengalis. That's all there are in the world. That's it. See, there's no other people. So you can see how to accept somebody who's not Indian even would have been a big deal for my grandparents. So when Rob married into the family, he was the first. He was really foreign. So we spent our year of engagement. I was living with my grandparents, and he was doing a fellowship, and he actually took the time to learn the language, meet my grandfather, spend lots of time with him, and honor him, because he knew that was important to me. So when we got married, my grandfather sent in his own handwriting a poem, and the poem was called You Bring the Distant Near. Oh. And my sister read it in our wedding, in both Bangla and English. Don't get me choked up. I'm getting through this just fine. So that's why I thought this was a gift from God again, that this would be the book, the name. Oh, you guys were all choked up. All right. No, the best compliment I'm getting from readers that I don't even know is that it's making them laugh and it's making them cry. So I'm sorry in advance for the scenes that make you cry, but I do like crying over a good book myself. So. So that was the poem, and it's the Bangla part. The English part is beautiful. It's in the front of the book, the translation.